Hi there everybody, welcome to Vinyasa Flow. My name is Maz and I will be guiding you through this class today. So let's start by coming first of all to a nice comfortable seated position at the front of your mat, grounding through the sit bones, gently lengthening through your spine, and just bring your hands to rest onto your knees or into your lap. Take a moment just to bring yourself to a really nice comfortable place. And then if it's comfortable to do so, close down your eyes. And we'll take this first few moments just to settle into your practice space. Taking a little bit of time to become aware of how your body's feeling today. Become aware of your breathing, the natural rhythm of your breath. Take a moment to become aware of your mood, your energy level. Take a moment to notice any thoughts, any emotions, whatever's happening for you in this moment. Taking this time to cultivate awareness of your experience. And then as you feel ready, join together your palms, bring your thumbs to rest at the center of your chest. And then set your intention for your practice today. You might also like to bring to mind a person or perhaps a group of people that you would like to dedicate your practice and your energy to today. And as you go through your practice, keep both your intention and your dedication with you. From there, gently release your hands, blink your eyes open and start to make your way to all fours. So if you are sitting onto a block or a cushion, just pop it over to one side, come to all fours, spread your fingers nice and wide, stack your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees, and let's start with a few rounds of cat and cow just to start to warm up the spine. So as you inhale, gently raise your hips, take your gaze forward. As you exhale, press the ground away, round your spine, gently bring your chin to your chest. Inhale, raise up your hips, open up through the front of your body. Exhale, press the ground away, lengthen through the back of your body. Take 2 more rounds in here, moving with the breath, finding a sense of fluidity. And just become aware of how does it feel to start to move your body in this way. How does it feel to start to synchronize your movements with your breath? Once you've done the last round, come back to that tabletop position, finding a long line all the way from the crown of the head down through to your tailbone. Press the ground away from you with your hands, tuck your toes under, and then lift up into your first downward facing dog, sending your hips high, encouraging your heels down towards the ground. And then find a little bit of movement here in your downward facing dog. You might pedal the heels, maybe move your hips, maybe raise a leg, take a 3-legged dog. Whatever feels good for you, really just allow yourself to move intuitively. Noticing if there's anywhere in your body that feels a little bit tense or tight. Is there anywhere in your body that feels quite relaxed and at ease? And just take a couple more moments here to move. And then gradually bring yourself to stillness in your down dog. Take an inhalation, lift your heels, look forward, and then start to slowly walk your feet towards your hands. Separate your feet hip distance, take an inhalation, lengthen, look forward. As you exhale, come into a deep forward fold. Soften your knees, take your hands to your opposite elbows, and gently sway your torso from side to side, finding a sense of lightness, a sense of ease. Try to keep your knees soft, your feet grounded. And then arrive back to center. Release your elbows. Bring your hands down towards the mat. So maybe soften your knees a little bit more. Gently bring your chin towards your chest. And then nice and slowly start to walk your hands up the front of your legs. Keep your chin tucked in as you slowly roll up to standing. Release your arms by your sides. Take an inhalation. Draw your shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, slide your shoulders back and down. One more time. Inhale, draw your shoulders up. Exhale, slide your shoulders back and down. From there, step into your mountain pose at the front of your mat. Feet grounded, legs active. Some of you might have your feet together. If that doesn't feel good for your lower back, feel free to take some space between your feet. Release your arms by your sides. Close down your eyes for a moment and start to become aware of your breathing. Breathing in through your nose and out through your nose, possibly finding ujjayi breath, so gently contracting the back of your throat, cultivating a soft ocean sound to the breath. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your nose. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your nose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Blink open your eyes. Maintain the breath. Inhale, raise your arms, reach high. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Soften the knees if you need to. Inhale, lengthen, look up. Exhale, place your hands down. Step your right foot back. Step your left foot back. Come to a high plank. Take an inhalation in here to stabilize. Spread your fingers wide. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. Press the ground away from you with your hands and gently dome the upper back. With one more inhalation, shift the weight slightly more forward. As you exhale, bend your elbows. Come slowly all the way down onto your mat in a straight line. Untuck your toes. Inhale, lift your chest. Cobra. Draw your shoulder blades together. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, come up to all fours. Exhale, sit back into a child's pose. Inhale, come to all fours. Tuck your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths in here. Spread your fingers, spread your toes. Bring your weight equally into both hands and feet. Maybe take a soft bend in your knees if your hamstrings are feeling a little bit tight today. Take one more inhalation, and then as you exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Step your right foot forward. Step your left foot forward. Inhale, lengthen, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, reach high, lengthen through the sides of your body. Exhale, fold all the way forward once again. Inhale, lengthen, look up. Exhale, place your hands down, step your left foot back, step your right foot back. Come into your high plank once again. Draw your belly button towards your spine. Send strong energy through your legs. Coming onto your tippy toes, one more inhalation. Exhale, slowly come all the way down to the mat. Control that descent. Untuck your toes. Inhale, lift your chest. Come to your cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, come up to all fours. Exhale, sit back, child's pose. Inhale, all fours. Tuck your toes. Exhale, lift up, downward facing dog. Stay a couple of breaths in here once again. Breathing in, breathing out. Take one more inhalation, and then as you exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Step your left foot forward, step your right foot forward. Inhale, lengthen, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise all the way up, reach high. Exhale, release your arms by your sides. Come to your mountain pose. Take a breath in And take a breath out. On your next inhalation, bend your knees, raise your arms, sit back into a chair pose. Exhale, take a forward fold. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, place your hands, step back to your high plank. Take an inhalation here. And then as you exhale, your choice of vinyasa. Either come all the way down or slowly lower halfway. Inhale, coming into your back bend, cobra or upward facing dog, your choice. Exhale, push back into your downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, inhale, send your right leg high. As you exhale, slowly step your right foot outside of your right hand. Take an inhalation, look forward, lengthen. Exhale, drop your left knee, untuck your toes. Maybe you stay in here with your hands on the mat, drawing that right knee in towards your right shoulder. Some of you might grab your blocks to bring your forearms down, and for some of you, maybe your forearms come directly down onto your mat. Take a couple of breaths here, finding that space into your right hip. Stay connected to the breath, breathing in, breathing out. One more breath in and one more breath out. If you have come down onto your forearms, inhale, come back up onto your hands once again. From there, turn your left foot towards the right. Keep your right hand inside of your right foot. And then as you inhale, sweep your left arm alongside your left ear. Rotate your chest towards the ceiling. Press the right shoulder and the right leg against one another. Keep rotating your chest. Maybe look towards the ceiling. Again, finding that space into the right hip, the groin, lengthening through the left side of the body. Take one more breath in here. Breathing in and breathing out. As you inhale, come up to center, bring your arms to T. Start to straighten that right leg. So maybe slide that right foot a little bit further forward. On your next exhalation, start to plant your left hand down onto your mat and extend your right arm alongside your right ear. Again, rotating your chest. This time finding space through the right side body. Shining your heart towards the ceiling, finding that space through the front of the body. On the left side, stack the left shoulder and the left wrist and really press the ground away from you with that left hand. Staying with the breath in here, breathing in and breathing out. With your next inhalation, come back up to center, bring your arms to T. As you exhale, join your palms, bring your thumbs to the sternum. Take a nice deep inhalation, lift up through the chest, soften the shoulders. And then as you exhale, slowly bring both your hands down towards the center of your mat. Keep lengthening through the spine. Keep that right leg nice and straight. Take another inhalation to lengthen. Exhale, maybe you stay here. Maybe some of you are going to come down onto your forearms. Again, you can use blocks if you need to. Breathing here, breathing in, and breathing out. Take 2 more breaths here. And then as you inhale, come back up onto your hands. If you have dropped down to the forearms, slowly start to soften that right leg. Soften the knee, maybe slide that foot back in. Walk your hands around once again to the inside of that right foot. Re-extend your left leg out behind you. Press the ground away from you with your hands. Tuck your left toes. Lift your left knee. And then slowly step all the way back to your high plank. Taking an inhalation here, and then exhale, slowly come all the way down to your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, keep one breath in here, breathing in And breathing out. We're going to come onto the left side. So inhale, send your left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your left foot outside of your left hand. Land it softly. Take an inhalation to lengthen and look forward. Exhale, drop your right knee, untuck your right toes. Maybe you're going to stay in here. Keep drawing that left knee in towards your left shoulder. Some of you, again, might grab your blocks. Some of you bring the forearms directly down onto the mat. Breathing here. Keep hugging that knee in towards the shoulder. Let's take 2 more lovely breaths in here, finding space into that left hip, the left groin. And then as you inhale, come back up onto your hands. If you came down onto your forearms, turn your right foot towards the left. Keep your left hand inside of your left foot and then sweep your right arm alongside your right ear, rotating the chest towards the ceiling, maybe taking your gaze towards the ceiling. Press the left shoulder and the left leg against one another, finding that beautiful side stretch on the right side. Softening your right shoulder away from your right ear. Palm of your right hand faces down towards the ground. Take 1 more breath. And then inhale, come up to center, bring your arms to T. Straighten your left leg. So maybe you need to slide that left foot forward. Next, take an inhalation, really extend the arms long. As you exhale, plant your right hand down on the mat. Extend your left arm alongside your left ear. Again, rotate your chest. Press the ground away from you. Left leg is strong and active. Keep pressing down into that right knee. See if you can lift and rotate your chest a little bit more. Breathing into the side body, opening up through the front of the body as you rotate your chest. Good. Take 1 more breath here. Next inhalation, come back up to center. Bring your arms to T. Exhale, join your palms. Bring your thumbs to sternum. Take an inhalation. Take your gaze high. Soften your shoulders. As you exhale, bring your hands down into the center of your mat. Maybe you stay here with the hands down. Maybe you bring your blocks once again. Or maybe again you come down onto your forearms. Taking a few breaths in here. Drawing your inner thighs in towards the center line as you breathe here. As you inhale, come back up onto your hands. Start to walk your hands around inside of your left foot once again. Soften that left knee. Re-extend your right leg out behind you. Tuck your right toes. Lift your right knee. Step back to your high plank. Inhale. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, your back bend, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, push back, lift your hips high. Take your downward facing dog. Breathing in. Breathing out. Take 1 more breath here in your down dog, breathing in and breathing out. From there, bend your knees, look forward, step or float through to seated. Landing, grounding your sit bones. Bring together the soles of your feet. Draw your heels in towards you. Bring the thumbs to into the inside of the feet. And then peel your feet open, pressing the outer edges of the feet together. Take an inhalation, lengthen, soften your shoulders. As you exhale, come into a forward fold. Gently, if it feels good, press your elbows to the inside of the thighs to create a little bit more space. Keep length through the spine. Keep softness through your shoulders. Feel free to close your eyes in here if it feels good. And stay connected to the breath. So continuing to find that space, that openness into the hips and groin. One more breath. Good. As you inhale, slowly come back up to center. Bring your hands to the outside of your thighs. Draw your knees in towards the center line. Plant your soles of the feet onto your mat. Sit up nice and tall. Take your hands to the back of your thighs. And then start to lift up into a modified boat pose. Drawing your inner thighs together. Maybe this is where you stay, really stabilizing through the core. Some of you might like to extend your arms to challenge your core a little bit more. Some of you might like to extend your legs to come into your full Navasana, that full boat pose. Let's take 3 breaths in here. Drawing your chest towards your thighs. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more breath in. And one more breath out. From there, cross your shins. Squeeze your knees in close. Reach your arms forward. Make yourself into a little ball. Place your feet down onto the ground. Start to shift your weight. Place your hands down. Lift your hips. And then step or float back. Take your vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. From there, inhale, send your right leg high. 3-legged dog. As you exhale, bring your right knee behind your right wrist. Extend your left leg all the way towards the back of your mat. And then take a moment, inhale, come up onto your fingertips. Make sure there's no kind of pinching or sensation into your right knee. Some of you are going to keep your right foot in close towards you. Some of you might be able to slide that right foot a little bit further away from you. Take a moment to find the position that feels good for you. Feel free to support underneath your right hip with a block or a cushion if you need to. And then take an inhalation, lengthen, lift your chest. As you exhale, walk your hands forward. Maybe you come down onto your forearms. Maybe you come all the way down, resting your forehead down. And let's take 5 breaths here in this pigeon pose. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. 2 more breaths. Breathing in, breathing out. Last breath in and last breath out. As you inhale, slowly come back up. Lift up your torso. Come onto your fingertips once again. Start to transfer your weight over towards your right side. So gently just tipping over to the right, so that you can start to swing your left leg around and then bring the sole of your right foot to the inside of your left thigh. Ground through your sit bones. Take an inhalation. Raise your arms, reach high. As you exhale, coming into a forward fold. Again, maintaining length through the spine. Maybe you take hold of your left foot, maybe the ankle, maybe the knee. Maybe you bring your hands to frame your left leg and draw your chest forward. So imagining that you wanted to place your heart onto your left foot. And we breathe in here. Finding space through the back of the body. Finding a gentle opening through the right hip. One more breath. And then as you inhale, come up to center. Release your right leg. Bring once again both soles of your feet onto your mat. Sit up nice and tall. Take your hands to the back of your thighs. Lift your legs up. Come into your variation of your boat pose. So same options as before. You can hold the back of the thighs. Maybe extend the arms. Maybe extend the legs. Let's do 3 breaths in here. Inhale. Exhale. 1. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Last breath. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Cross your shins, squeeze your knees in, reach your arms forward. Place your feet, transfer your weight, place your hands, step or float back for your vinyasa. Inhale, your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, send your left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your left knee behind your left wrist. Extend your right leg all the way towards the back of your mat. Again, find a good comfortable position for that left leg. So you might have your foot in close towards your body. You might be sliding that left foot a little bit forward if you have the space and if it feels good. Take an inhalation, lengthen. As you exhale, find your way down into your pigeon pose. Going as low down as feels good, supporting as you feel necessary. Keep sliding and extending that right leg towards the back of your mat as your crown of your head extends towards the front of your mat. Two more breaths. And then as you inhale, come back up. Lift up through your torso. Shift your weight over towards the left so that you can swing that right leg around and bring the sole of your left foot to the inside of your right leg. Gently opening up into the left hip. Flex your right foot. Inhale, raise your arms and reach high. Exhale, come into your forward fold. Maintaining the length through your spine, the length through the sides of your body. Shining your heart towards your right foot. Staying with your breath. Every inhalation lengthening gently. Every exhalation, maybe you find a little bit more space in your fold. One more breath here. As you inhale, slowly come back up. Release your left leg. Once again, bring both soles of your feet onto your mat. Draw your legs in close towards you. Sit up nice and tall. This time, extend your arms forward and then slowly start to roll all the way onto your back. So using the arms as kind of a counterweight. As you slowly roll down, keep pressing your feet into the mat. Draw your chin towards your chest, round the spine. So imagine you want to create space between your shoulder blades as you gently roll down. Use your core, stay connected to the breath as you slowly roll yourself all the way down onto your back. Once you arrive onto your back, draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a lovely big hug. Take maybe a few gentle rocks from side to side if it feels good. Giving your lower back a little bit of a massage. And then bring your knees to center. Extend your arms out to your sides. And drop both of your knees over to the left. Maybe sliding your hips and your upper body over to the right. Gently drawing your right shoulder down towards the ground. Coming into a reclining twist. If it feels good for you to do so, close down your eyes. And arrive into a place of stillness. Start to let go of your Ujjayi breath. Start to let go of any conscious breath control. Let your breathing return to its natural rhythm, whatever that might be in this moment. Finding space through the right side of the body. Breathing into that space, feeling the right side of your rib cage gently expanding and contracting with every breath. Breathing in, breathing out. One more breath here. Slowly bring everything back to the center. Pause for a moment. Again, you might squeeze your knees in, give yourself a nice big hug, maybe take a few rocks from side to side, and then come to your second side of your twist. Extend your arms to the sides, drop your knees over to the right. Maybe shift your hips and your upper body over to the left and come into your twist on the second side. Finding stillness, finding space, just taking time to ground your energy. Notice if you are holding any tension or tightness anywhere in the body. And just see if you can start to soften gradually. Take a few more breaths here. And then slowly start to bring everything back to the center. Again, draw your knees into your chest, take a few gentle rocks from side to side. And then in your own time, in your own way, start to make your way towards your Shavasana. Extending your legs and maybe staying lying onto your back. If you prefer to, you might lie on your side or your front. You might take your legs up the wall. Take your Shavasana in a place that's really comfortable for you, a place where you can really relax and surrender and soften. And for this next few minutes, just find a place where your breath nourishes and nurtures you. Find a place where you're able to soften and release and relax. Noticing any shifts, any changes, whether physical, emotional, energetic. If you would like to spend a little bit longer in your Shavasana, then please feel free to do so. If you do feel ready to come out, then start to bring some movement to your body in any way that feels good. You might like to take a stretch. You might like to draw your knees in once again, give yourself a big hug, and then just take some time to do whatever you need to do to bring yourself back to a comfortable seated position at the front of your mat. So coming back to the place where you started, rounding through your sit bones, gently lengthening through your spine. If it feels good, close down your eyes and arrive once again into a place of stillness. And just take a couple of moments to become aware of your body, to become aware of your breath. Become aware of your mood, your energy level, any thoughts, emotions, whatever's there. And then join together your palms, bring your thumbs to lightly rest at the center of your chest. Take some time to remind yourself of your intention, to remind yourself of the person or people that you dedicated your practice and your energy to today. And just take a moment to honour that intention and that dedication. And then gently lift your thumbs to the centre of your forehead and slowly come into a forward fold, bringing your hands to rest on the earth, giving thanks to the earth. And thank you so much for practicing with me today. Hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful week, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much, everybody.